Sometimes it's not always good to jump to conclusion and jump on bandwagons. Now, I heard about the story where a white man allegedly shot inside the car of some blacks and ended up killing a 7-year-old girl by the name of Jazmine Barnes. Something told me to kind of just sit back and watch where this goes, because even from the very beginning, to me it just didn't sound right. The minute I heard that someone fired into the car and killed a 7-year-old, my mind immediately believed or felt that they were black. But then I heard that a white man did it, and they had a sketch of a white man. Now there's new details that reveal suspects fired at Jazmine Barnes' vehicle by mistake. Now it's a mistake. Before, it was a hate crime. But now it's a mistake because the actual killers and the driver of the vehicle are black males. Yes, it's not a white man. They're black males. Now, I'm gonna play the video and I want you guys to listen to the new details of this incident. Check this out. Let me turn this up a little bit first.
Two suspects arrested in connection to the death of 7-year-old Jazmine Barnes have now both appeared in court.
This morning, court records revealed the suspects fired at the car Jazmine was inside by mistake. This is new video of suspect 20-year-old Eric Black Jr. appearing in court just before 5 this morning. The Barnes family attorney tweeted a picture of the sketch and a photo of the second suspect, 24-year-old Larry Woodruff, saying, quote, "Obviously, the men arrested don't fit the description of multiple witnesses or the sketch." Within the last hour, Woodruff went before a judge. ABC 13 reporter Catherine Marchand is live downtown with more on this story. Catherine.
Well, sources tell us that Larry Woodruff was the shooter. He has not been charged with capital murder, but he is being held on a drug charge right now. Take a look at that exclusive video. We were the only ones in court this morning when he appeared before a judge on that drug charge. When the judge was deciding on his bond, prosecutor said he's a suspect in a capital murder investigation. Did not say the Jazmine Barnes case, but did say he was a suspect in a capital murder investigation, and the judge told him he has possible additional charges coming down. The state also went into detail about his lengthy criminal history, which includes convictions for violence and weapons charges. His bond is $100,000. Now, the other suspect in the Jazmine Barnes case has been charged for capital murder and is being held without bond. Eric Black, he also appeared in court this morning. According to prosecutors, an anonymous source informed the sheriff's office that Eric Black was driving the car when Jazmine Barnes was shot. When authorities had a chance to talk to him, they say he admitted it. Investigators believe this was a case of mistaken identity.
Defendant Black told investigators that the pistol used in the shooting was at his residence. He signed a consent to search for the location, and investigators recovered a 9mm pistol, which was consistent with the caliber of shell casings recovered from the original scene.
Now look at this video. This was the truck that the sheriff's office thought the suspects were in, a red truck. But in court, we learned that Black was driving a dark-colored Kia. Another discrepancy, neither suspect looks like the composite sketch, as you guys mentioned. The Barnes attorney said that the family may have confused a fleeing bystander for the actual shooter. The Harris County Sheriff's Office believes that Barnes and his family, though, and her family, rather, were innocent victims. We'll have more after a press conference this afternoon at 2 o'clock. But
now, this is my thought on this. My thought is, I think that the family was protecting the killers. They might have known the killers, or maybe they were afraid. And they decided to do what many white people have done in the past. And that is blame the opposite race. Emmett Till is a good example of that. And many other black men that have been put to death and have gotten life in prison for lies that they raped or murdered a white female. So now you find black people doing the same thing. Why would they protect the murderers of this girl? So either they know these dudes and they were trying to protect these dudes, or they were afraid, so they decided to say a white man did it that was in a totally different vehicle. They had a red truck, but the vehicle turned out to be something entirely different. Maybe just someone passing by. They didn't see the actual shooting. Maybe they did. But the car that was passing by was the one that got blamed for this. Now, I read in another article where the community, before this came out, the community was rallying together for justice for Jazmine Barnes. So now I'm puzzled as to whether the community still rallies for justice. Are they going to continue to rally for justice for Jazmine Barnes? What type of justice do they want for Jazmine Barnes? Is it the same type of judgment they wanted when they thought it was a white man? Or are they just going to settle for the fact that these two dudes are now caught? What type of justice do they want? Do they just want them to do time in prison? Or do they want the death penalty? I know if that was my granddaughter or my daughter, I'd want the death penalty. I'd want to take them out myself. So with the justice they wanted toward the white men different from the justice, is, if any, that they want now that they know that black males have done this? Are they going to continue to rally for justice now that they know that the suspects are black? So, feedback, tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm fearless.